Story number one. The writer's strike is over. Hallelujah. We can get shows back. I don't have to watch any more reruns of Suits or whatever you're watching. Or is it over? We don't. Okay. They got a deal. It's written down, tentative deal. So here's what we know. And then Theo, fill us in on what's happening with this writer's strike.
Yeah, so look, man, there's a lot of different areas on these writer strikes. I want to just any negotiate deal, people get some of the stuff they want, not everything. So there was like four major points, right? If I just talk high level about it, was they wanted some more people on the writers' rooms. They wanted pathway to have these writers get engaged more. And so they got some of that. They wanted 12. I think they got six. So that means that if you're filming a minimum number of episodes, you can get six writers in a room. Perfect. The other thing they wanted success metrics, right? So streaming, the difficulty was streaming was not given the sense of something was successful or not. So there's no sense of residuals, right? Or hey, I should get a bump because something was successful. So they put some, they didn't really get into, from my understanding, they didn't get into, hey, Netflix is going to give you rating, the actual numbers, what they actually see. They more or less say, hey, this is a success. There's going to be a success metric. And you'll be able to understand that a little bit better. And then the third thing that we talk about a lot of times is AI, artificial intelligence. And they
Yeah.
really prevented, they put some language in there that just said that AI can't write, no, rewrite literary material for projects. So basically, AI rewritten material could not be credited, could not be talked about. And then technically the AI material, any AI could not be using artists and stuff to be trained. So it's words, sure. I don't know how sticky those words are, but those 3 points, AI having some kind of success metric, having some kind of sense of a writer's room so people can develop their writing style, or things that all the writers wanted, but not to the level they wanted, but it was something. Yeah. So it's over 146 days. So we should start seeing some more. The next is up the SAG after, where they're looking to get the actors back in the mix. But now the writer's strike is done. I'm sure that's going to be pretty quick. But yeah, that's the high level. As a outside looking in, both of us really, maybe I follow a little bit more. What are your thoughts about this whole mess about these writer strikes? You feel from what you've seen, you feel like they got what they needed, or do you feel like it was all a big nothing?
The reason I said, or is it over, is because the suits, the Hollywood guys, the executives, they didn't sound very enthusiastic about this. It's like they got punched in the stomach. They're like, "Yeah, we gave him the money. Yeah, we can't get like one writer in a room and have him do the entire show and just pay that one guy. Now we got to get 6 and 7 guys. There has to be a minimum number of people on the project." Stuff like that. So they're spreading the money around. They're getting more money, increases of royalty payments, as it said. We can't like you can't do a certain amount of if AI is used, it's gonna be just listed as another tool, like an artist uses Photoshop. This AI might be a tool. It might help me out, but I'm still the writer. You're gonna come through me. I'm gonna write this stuff by hand. And it just seems like it's very I don't know, the executives swallowed it and they're like, "All right, we're gonna go through with this." But it seems like they don't have it seems like they've got another thing coming. So, like, maybe a year or 2 from now, when we start to see how this all plays out, maybe writers will be pissed off again because it's like, "Hey, wait a minute, I didn't think everything would be like this. Now we got this happening and there aren't as many shows. Now we got a bunch of reality stuff going on." I don't know. It doesn't seem like the executives are very happy, and that doesn't tend to go over well when the executives aren't happy. So, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, two things. So number one is the contract. So it's got last in May once it's ratified, 2026. So they got another 3 years kind of debate. To your point, we'll really see how AI is decimated off the entire industries. And then we'll see what that fight's gonna look like. But number two, I think what happened too with social media, man. You remember all the stuff that was going on? Like anybody that was trying to thinking about coming back, even though they had rights to come back. Remember the whole Drew Barrymore? Did you hear that mess? Where she was supposed to come out
No.
of her show. Yeah. So late night shows could come back, talk shows could come back. But Drew Barrymore, people, to the life, she has a talk show. She was talking about she's gonna come back. The writers lambasted her on social media. And so she put out this hostage video where says, I wanted to come back because I wanted to save the jobs for my people. but this may not be the best time to come back. It was hilarious. And writers, smart people, they get on social media, they amplify their voice, and next thing people are changing tunes when it came to people. So I think that helped a lot, the social media aspect of it, more so than the last strike. And that kind of helped the studio executives had to bow down a little bit to what the writers wanted because they were winning the war on social media everywhere they went. But at the same time, to be honest with you, man, executives are executives for a reason. I do feel to them, this is just okay, we'll give them what they want, but we're not going to give you everything, which is really what they really wanted. And they never really dug deep into this was what are the metrics for streaming? What is success? Netflix, open up your Komodo and tell us what is a rating success or not. And they didn't do it. And so I was like, that was the gold jewels, man, because if Netflix could reveal what they consider success, we have inklings of it, right? We know what's it called? Stranger Things is a success, right? We know Squid Game is success, but they know, and they know if it's a good or not, and they know what's going to be good. But they did not release those numbers, and I think that's why executives are executives, man. They give them some money, gave away on some AI stuff for now, but the crown jewels, in my opinion, was getting a sense because we have no sense of what's a success anymore in TV shows.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you know how they could lower prices on things and still get more stuff created?
How you do that?
They could go into VR production and call your boy Zuck.